A lot of people dream of retirement. A lot of people dream of taking their pension and relocating here to Greece. Not only that, a lot of Greeks want to retire and take their pension. It's actually one of the main topics of conversation in my age group. I'm going to be 50 next year. And even though I'm nowhere near to retirement age anyways, it's a big topic of conversation here in Greece with many Greeks. However, since I started this channel, a lot of my audience have reached out, and this content, I guess, resonates with a lot of people that are in that age group, right? A little bit older than me. They have already taken their pension, or they are about to retire. And I know this because of you guys. You guys have been reaching out. I have met many of you, both foreigners and Greeks living abroad, that want to take their pension and relocate here to Greece. And for a reason. Greece is a desirable destination for people that are in that stage of life. Now, even though I'm 50, I'm still young. I don't consider myself in that age group, or I'm nowhere near that stage anyways, meaning that I don't have the year counted, or I don't have a set of years where I can just say like, wow, okay, in the next 5 years I will be a pensioner and I can finally retire. And the reasons why is because I'm a little bit of a workaholic. This is a confession. And I'm a little bit of a control freak, so to speak. And because I work for myself, and yes, I pay my contributions and, you know, and all of this, and my insurance and all of this, my philosophy of life, now that I'm reaching 50 years of age, which is just unbelievable to just say it out loud, my philosophy is that I still have so much in me in order to give, and I still believe that I can produce so much more, okay? And, you know, again, this is tied to my business, to my online business, and my personal development and my personal growth is tied up together with this philosophy and this idea that the more I work for myself and the more years has passed since my last, you know, official job, since I had a boss or since I was on a payroll, and the more I realize that there's so much more in me than I thought. And those days of me just showing up to work in order to just, you know, clock in, clock out, have a lunch break, and then go home at 5 or 6 or whatever, and then forget about work, and then count the days or the years until I can retire. Those days are so far behind me, and I don't remember that feeling. I don't remember feeling like, oh shit, it's Monday and I have to go to work, right? As I'm recording this, is Monday morning. As you can see, there's other people around me as well. They've been jogging, so I'm not the only privileged walking on a Monday morning through this path. But a lot of people will say that I live like a pensioner, like I live like I have already retired. And that could be true. However, that could be true through your lens, because I do work a lot, okay? But today is Monday, for example. So what have I done today? And it's 11 o'clock. It's 10 to 11 a.m. And, you know, I woke up early. I've worked on some music. If you're new to the channel, I make music. I am a composer. And that's the first thing I did this morning. So that's my day job. You can say that that's what I do for a living. That's actually, yeah, my day job, my 9 to 5, so to speak. So I did some music. Then I took my 2 cats to the vet around 9 o'clock in the morning. Then went back home. Well, we did a few things, a few errands with my wife. And went home. I haven't had any breakfast yet. I skipped breakfast this morning for some crazy reason. I tend to not have breakfast, really. I have to confess that. And I decided, like, you know what? I want to go for a walk, you know? I haven't been for my walk this morning. I tend to wake up at 5 in the morning every day, and I go for an early walk. So it's like a non-negotiable for me. But when these things don't happen, I do it later on in the morning, like today. Today is Monday, and I said to my wife, you know what? I have like 5 different podcast episodes and audiobooks that I want to listen to, and I might shoot a video as well for my YouTube channel. Okay, for some of you, this might be like, oh, this guy doesn't do anything really, and for you, it might seem like what I'm doing is fun. And making music for a living, yeah, it is fun, but it's still work, especially when you have to do it the way I do it, which is literally just compose music, like a machine, literally. But you know what? I'm in a stage in my life where I can actually do the things that I always wanted to do. And if I can just find a way to earn a living doing those things, then I could live my dream life. So yes, I've been living like a pensioner because that was my dream before I relocated here to Greece. Remember, if you're new to the channel, I invite you to watch the first videos here. But the reason why I live here in Greece is because the very first time I came here to Greece, I went to a Greek island and I saw some yeyades and papudes going for a swim. And I can tell that they were locals and they were just waking up, going for a swim, and then going about their day. And I said to my wife, that's how I want to grow old. And that's the vision I had of myself here in Greece. So I've been living in Greece for the last 14 years. I'm 50. I have already accomplished that dream. So I already live my life as a pensioner because I could literally go for a swim. In fact, I was going to go for a swim today, but I'm behind on my schedule. And, remember, I'm a little bit of a workaholic and I do like to work. And even though you might be seeing a lot of my videos here like every single day, and a lot of people say to me, like, hey, you don't have to do a video every day. Even from fellow YouTubers, they have mentioned this, like, hey, I know the amount of effort that goes into it. There is a lot of effort that goes into it, but I love it. I love to do the videos. I love to make music. I love to run a business. I love to just carry on growing as an individual, okay? And that's why I believe in personal development and business. And for me, my business is very specific. It's online. It's completely based on a personal brand, which is based on what I do. It's my face here on the channel and on my other channel where I'm talking about the music. Everything has my face attached to it, and it's all about me. It's my personal brand, which I believe is the way to go when it comes to building an online business. Or at least that's the business that I like to run. I don't deal with Bitcoin. I don't deal with affiliate marketing. I don't deal with anything online that is that has nothing to do with my personal brand and with my skills and the things that I do. So everything that I do 7 days a week has to do with my online business, even a YouTube video like this. Now, when I drop videos here every single day, yeah, they are time consuming. Yeah, because I love it, but I get joy out of not only doing the videos, but once I recorded this video and I'm on my way home to edit it a little bit and put the music or the intro, I mean, you have no idea the joy that I get out of this. I think I get more joy once I have finished recording this, once I get in flow state and I deliver the message. And on my way back to the house, I'm just running back home because I can't wait to export the footage into the software so I can see the icona, right? And I can see this, because I get as fascinated about this as you do, because it is a bloody amazing view. And obviously, even though I'm here in the flesh and I can actually see it, when I'm recording, when I'm editing this recording and I'm looking at it, I get as fascinated about it as you do. And I can't wait to go back home and see it, right, in my screen and see it, and listen to the thing, listen to the water. So, but these things, they are time consuming, they are work. I do get paid by not only this YouTube channel, but from the other one as well. And these things, I don't do them for the money, though, but I have built businesses around that. That's the blueprint, and that is part of my work. Playing music and having all the instruments that I have and the things that I do, the only reason why I am 50 and I still play with a guitar, it's the only thing I play with. I don't play video games. I don't do many things. I don't follow football, or I don't piss about. The only thing I do is, yeah, work. I do videos, I do coaching calls, I do online courses, I do music. It's all about the business. So I'm always very self-absorbed, if you will, in my own world, in my own creation, so to speak. So a lot of people have mentioned this over the years. They once you get to know me, and you are in my world, in my space, I'm gonna come across as obsessive. I'm gonna come across as somebody that is a little bit compulsive, so to speak, and can't slow down or can't stop. And that has good things and bad things as well, obviously, right? Because I'm very committed. I'm very workaholic. Yeah, for you, maybe if you see me, if you're here in my shoes, you might say like, oh, it's an easy Monday because you're not in a 9 to 5. Yeah, of course. But my 9 to 5, it never really ends. And I'm always thinking of how to improve. How can I do something better? Whether it's a YouTube video, whether it's the music, whether it's running my business through email marketing, creating a course. By the way, my course, How to Move to Greece, is still available only for the next few days. If you're watching this in the future, that launch is over. But if you still want to get in, special early bird price, click the link below if you're watching this today or tomorrow. I think the launch ends up tomorrow. So it's been a massive success with that course. Creating an online course is not easy, you know. It's not easy. So I've done many online courses over the years, but you know, I carry this shirt all the time. This is from an email marketing software that I use, and I think it's a lovely message. I feel like borrowing that and putting it into my apparel, right? If you want to check my shop, click the link as well. You will see certain things that I have. I'm still working on that apparel shop, but this is a great message. Okay, create every day. Create every day. Obviously, this comes from a software company which is all about email marketing. That's how I run my business, and you know, I have a newsletter as well. I'm giving you a lot of call to actions here, but you know, this is what I do. So I just wanted to bombard you with my work. Okay, since I'm declaring myself a workaholic and somebody that I will never retire, because I won't retire. I believe that I will always be working. But if you want to sign up to my newsletter, my Greek lifestyle newsletter, you will find as well, click the link in the description, so you can click there. And I use a certain software in order to have my email list there and send my newsletters and do all of the things that I do at the back end. But at the same time, what I believe is I believe in this kind of motto, in this kind of philosophy: create every day. Obviously, this type of companies, which are email marketing, and you know, their customers are people like me, creators. Okay, so I'm a content creator. I'm a creator, really, and a creator is nothing more than someone that creates stuff online, right? That writes books, videos, websites, anything that you can create. You know, you consider yourself a creator. So create every day is a great message, and I live by that, because I need to create something every single day. So if I'm a writer and I write books, then I need to write every single day. And I'm pretty sure that authors, that's exactly what they do. They sit down in front of an empty page and they start writing and typing in. That's what writers do. The same goes for musicians, right? I write music, I compose music, so I do that every single day. The same goes with YouTube content creators like myself. You don't have to create videos every single day. I just don't know anything else. I just don't know anything else. And that's how obsessive and compulsive I am. My wife will tell you this. That's the way Daniel is. Once I latch on into something, there's no way I'm letting it go. So, you know, over the weekend, I took, 2 days off to not record a YouTube videos. And I literally had to force myself to not record a video. Okay? And again, this for some of you might say like, yeah, recording a video is fun. And, that you can't declare that is work. Well, for me, it's work because that's how I earn a living. The only reason that I can get away with doing this type of walks and making music and not have my wife nagging at me is because I earn money. Okay? Because there's no way a woman will be, with a man of my age doing YouTube videos like this on a Monday morning or playing music and not earning any money. So that's the only way that I can get away with this lifestyle and keep everybody happy, is by me earning money doing the things that I love. And what I love to do and the things that I call work, for you might seem that is, it's not really work. It's not a 9 to 5. You're not really in a factory. You're not suffering, right? And I believe that work, by the way, is a good thing. I believe that the word work has a negative, energy attached to it. And I believe in work. And listen, I understand that if you're watching this and you have a job that is not making YouTube videos or making music or coaching people for a living, I understand the burden of wanting to stop that and just retire and live in a country like this, okay? Or have this scenery at your doorsteps. I understand that. The funny thing that for me, because I already have this, and I already live like a pensioner or someone that has retired, I still have issues with not doing something, okay? And even if I was on a boat, on a yacht or whatever, I will be there with my laptop trying to make music or trying to record a video, try to create a different product, try to invest in myself, which is something that I do on a regular basis. And just keep on growing. So that concept of retirement, is something that I have a problem with. Like I can't envision myself just not working. And that sounds weird to even say it out loud. But what I have done with my life is that I have prepared for those years. So meaning that I can still be in my 60s, 70s in front of a computer making music. My guitar playing skills might be different, but meaning that my joints might be a little bit, they're not the same, they won't respond the same, but I could be still doing music when I'm in my 70s. All I need is an internet connection, the music software that I have, and my laptop. The same goes with YouTube videos. There's a lot of people now, especially now for the last few years of a certain age, jumping here on YouTube. You can do your own research, by the way, and I know that you are in that age group because I have analytics here. And the amount of videos out there that says that if you're in your 40s or 50s and that you should jump on YouTube because it's a good thing. It's a great way to supplement your income, by the way, if you're a pensioner. But at the same time, you have something to say, you have something to share with the world because you have experience. So instead of looking at my white beard and my white hair as something that is not attractive, for example, here on YouTube, I have turned that around and said, like, actually, no, that represents wisdom. That represents that I've been around. I have experienced the wear and tear of life, okay? And I've actually been through the cycles. I've been up and I've been down. So whenever I see a kid declaring himself as a life coach, for example, and he's in his 20s and giving life advice, I can't help but laugh because there's no way a 20-year-old kid can live a life to give that is long enough anyways to give advice, right? And that's the way you have to see it. That's the way you have to see it. That's the way I see it, and turn things around. And yes, I know people in their 50s and older actually are doing YouTube videos in order to supplement their income. And some of them are actually using YouTube as a full-time job in their 60s. And they declare themselves like, I retired, okay? And I'm still doing YouTube videos because it's just fun. And I will agree with that. Doing YouTube videos is fun. It's a lot of work. Talking on camera is not for everybody. When I'm coaching people on businesses and how to start an online business and how to get in front of a camera, that's the biggest resistance right there. Because yes, it's not easy. You might think that, oh yeah, it's fun. It is fun. It takes a lot of energy to talk on camera and then edit it and then upload it and prepare the videos and all of this. But at the same time, it is what it is, and you can treat it as a job. I was having this conversation the other day, like if I show up to YouTube every day, and that's what I do. And by the way, I earn a full-time paycheck just with this YouTube channel alone, okay? And that's just because I do it for fun, all right? But if this was my only job, okay, let's pretend, and I earn a full-time paycheck with this YouTube channel, then the logical thing will be to just wake up and say, I'm going to work. And I have to create a video. I have to show up. Because if I had a 9 to 5, I will still have to get up and show up, and I will have to deal with people, right? Co-workers, I will have to deal with clients if I had a shop or whatever, and I will just have to show up. That's the 9 to 5. That's the deal. That's the exchange. The same is with the music. If I am a composer and I am a musician and I write music, I have to show up. Now there's an element always when you have an online business. There's an element of passive income, and I use that word very, very carefully, because there's no such a thing as a passive income in that way, because you always have to do something in order to keep that passive income coming. But at the same time, there's an element of doing things, and then Kalimera, Kalimera, but there's always an element of doing it every day, and you have to be committed, and nobody is around to tell you what to do. And yeah, there's an element of saying, like, you know what, I have this little project, which is something that I suffer from all the time, because I have so many balls in the air. And oh, I can do this, I can launch this product. Oh, but I need to work on this music track. Oh, but I need now to do a YouTube video. Oh, I have this email that I need to send now. Oh, I have this client who wants me to, whatever, we need to book a call. There's always so many moving parts. And that requires me to be present. That requires me to join a certain philosophy of life, I should say, right? Which is, yes, in the eyes of someone else, it could be seen as workaholic. It could certainly be perceived as too much. Take it easy. There's no need to do a video every day. There's no need to write music every day. There's no need to show up every day. There's no need to go so hard every single day, because you're gonna burn out. I have my own philosophy and thoughts about burning out. But why will I stop making music if this is something that I love? Okay. I mean, listen. I was working over some tracks over the weekend. And yes, at some point you get ear fatigue. So I took my daughter to the playground. All right? I enjoy this lifestyle. That's my pensionaire's lifestyle, making music. And yeah, I do care about the business. I don't want to think that I have no worries or stress or anything like that, because running a business is not for everybody. Okay? It's not for everybody. It's much easier to have a paycheck, show up, and yeah, even be unhappy. I will probably say that, okay? But because I've been so many years outside of that market, I've been an employee, and I work for myself, my thoughts now are different. And I believe now that if I'm going to be selling someone else's product, I might as well create my own products, all right? And, I've been an employee back in the day, and I was not a good employee. Now I could be the best employee, actually. If somebody will hire me for work, I will be the best, because of entrepreneurship, because of the work ethics that I have developed over the years. But that has only been possible because I work for myself. I cannot stress that enough. And I will never retire. I will die working. And you will probably see me making music, I don't know, maybe doing videos, maybe doing different videos than this ones, I don't know. But I'm heavily invested in my health, heavily invested. Well, I probably drink too much chipuro, okay? I drink more chipuro than the Greeks, maybe. Probably have to take a look at that and dial that down. But I do invest in myself. I do a lot of steps on a regular basis. I work out, I go to the gym. And yes, I do apply the same thing to even going to the gym every day. I get pissed off because the gym is not open on Sundays. I need rest days. Of course I need rest days, but I don't do it just to be, pumped, or I do it because I love the act of doing. The routine is what keeps me sane. The doing, the waking up and saying, what am I doing today? I don't want to go to bed and feel like I've done nothing, and there's still money coming in from my online business. That doesn't bring me joy. The joy is in the act of doing. The joy it comes in the act of actually doing the music, Not once the music is done and I listen to it and somebody has purchased the license, or when somebody watches my videos and yeah, okay, I want to get the views, of course. I want to be appreciated and all of that. But I get the joy from doing the video, and once I press stop record, that's when I said to myself, like, I think I got a good video. Maybe I can edit it a little bit here or there. And then on my way back, that's where I get the adrenaline rush. I wonder what type of video is going to be. I wonder if the sun is hitting at the right angle, so the sky, the blueness of the sea looks as blue as the other videos. And it's a weird thought process that you might say, like, this guy's bunkers. This guy has issues. And you're probably right. But I can't help myself to think in those ways and in those terms. So in my retirement years, which I don't know when that's going to be, but I believe that I'm approaching that at some point or another, I'm going to be doing the things that I want to do, which are the things that I'm doing right now. They might seem a little bit different. I'm always evolving and changing. I'm always growing, and I will try to outwork what I have done in the past. And that doesn't mean that I have to work for the sake of work, but I want to grow and I want to become the best version of myself. And I know that that requires work. I know that that will require a little bit of sacrifice. Wake up earlier, go for the walks, go for the hikes, go to the gym, invest in myself, inspire others, which is the purpose of my videos and my content, whether you're watching my content about music or hear about lifestyle and business, which is something that I'm going to be talking more about here on the channel, because this is something that I want to talk to you about, since we're talking about how I earn a living living here in Greece and how I live this amazing life. Like, yeah, man, on Friday I was going for another walk. Today is Monday, I'm going for another walk. So it's not that I have to prove like I don't have a 9-to-5 and I literally make money online, but it's my life. It's what I like to do. And when I become a pensioner in my 60s or 70s or whatever, you're still going to see me with a phone doing something, or with a laptop, or checking something, okay? And this is something that I truly love. I mean, as I'm recording this, like I was mentioning, I'm in the middle of the launch. The launch of my course, How to Move to Greece, it's almost over. And the excitement that I get of launching a new product is just second to none, because it's my product, it's my things, okay? It's my business. It's something that it has my name attached to it. And I love it, because I love to help people. I love to actually put something together and say, like, listen, if you're watching these videos and you like what you see and you want to learn more about this, I have created a product for those of you who are interested in this. And I have done that for years, man. And this is something that I truly, truly love. It's something that I have a passion for. And unless you have done it, and you won't understand what I'm saying here. So why stop doing something that you love, right? Why stop doing something that you really have a passion for? Okay? And yes, I do make money like that, and I want to keep my family safe and protected, and doing the things that I want to do. And my daughter, for example, that she's a teenager, I know she gets embarrassed sometimes, because I'm not your average dad. Okay, I'm not in an office, I'm not jaded, I'm not unhappy. I'm not saying that every dad is like that, okay? But I've tried to be normal, and I can't, The more I grow older, the more youthful I feel, and the more I want to be someone for my daughter to look up to and say, like, my dad is a fucking badass dad, He works online, he makes music, these tattoos, I just actually had acquired them quite recently, a few years ago. Because I thought to myself, like, I always wanted to have some badass tattoo. And I said, like, I'm already too old, I'm approaching 50. What am I doing? What am I going to have tattoos? And I said to myself, I work for myself. Nowadays, tattoos is not like a big deal. Everybody has tattoos, really. And I said to myself, it's never too late. So I got myself some tattoos. And I want to live that lifestyle. I want to work out. I want to be youthful. I want to age well, like a good wine. But I know that requires me to stay active. I know that requires from me a lot of work, both physically and mentally. And I just want to keep active. I want to keep going forward. I don't want to slow down. This is not the time to slow down, okay? And, I want to inspire others to do something as well, especially if you're in this age group and your plan of retirement might be different than mine. I'm not here to convince someone that they need to start a business or work for themselves or anything like that. But I'm just here trying to inspire someone else to do whatever the hell you want to do. I want to do music, YouTube videos, connect with people, and that's what I do. And this is something that I will always will want to do. And the day that I don't do them is because I found something else. I found a different passion or a different outlet, because I do need little projects. I need little things to work on, okay? Whether it's a music track, whether it's a new YouTube video, a new product, a book that I want to write, a course that I want to create. I need a project. There's no way I'm going to stop. And I want to carry on. I want to grow. And I want to grow old. And I want to grow with this energy, moving myself forward. And yeah, make money. There's no shame in that, because if you go to your 9 to 5, and if you've been thinking about retirement, all you're thinking about is your money and how much are you going to get with your pension and how much you get with your 9 to 5. So it's absolutely normal and valid that if you work for yourself, and even if you have a shop selling whatever, or you run an online business like myself, of course you're thinking about money, I have a family to feed, In fact, this weekend we went to Mare West. Mare West is here in Corinth. It's probably like the closest mall that we have here. And if you're watching this from America, from the States, or anywhere else, I mean, if you see this is not a mall. This is like literally like 5 shops, but this is the version that we have here in Eparchia of what a mall is. And we went to do some shopping for the girls, like some clothes and some things, like some things that they need for school, like shoes and, jumpers and whatnot. And my daughter was asking me like, oh, can I get this? Can I get this? And I'm like, yeah, whatever, just buy whatever you need. Kids, they always need new clothes, especially when the school year starts, right? And my daughter kept on saying to me like, oh, Dad, I want this. I said, Dad, I'm a father to 2 beautiful girls, so I want to say yes to them, of course. But my daughter kept on saying to me like, oh, I want this, Dad, and now I want that. I'm saying like, listen, I make the money and your mom spends it, okay? And that is the truth. My wife is the one who takes care of all the finances. My job is to make the money and bring it in, okay? But I said that to my daughter without being, sarcastic or arrogant or anything like that. But I make the money and your mom spends it, okay? So if we're here, just talk to your mom, because your mom has already either allocated money for that shopping day that we have or whatever. But she's the one who's controlling everything, okay? In that sense. And that's the best way that I have managed to live a happy life. Like, I just want to be left alone to work. And that is something that I have told my wife. I have my goals and my dreams, and I want to do one thing and one thing only. Achieve my goals and my dreams in this life. And that requires me to do what I need to do. And if I need to do a YouTube video on a Monday morning, then please let me do that. And my wife is the first one. She will tell me, go and do whatever you have to do. And if you find yourself in that position, my friend, and you have your spouse supporting you, you are one lucky mother. Okay, I don't want to swear here on the channel, but I know many people that don't have the support of their spouse. Okay, but I have always said that to my wife. All I'm asking is for the headspace to work in peace. Okay, if my relationship is not the way it should be, and I cannot work in peace, it's going to suffer. I'm going to spend a lot of time trying to work out what's the issues that I have with my wife or with my kids. I need the headspace and the peace of mind in order to work and become the best version of myself. My goals are my main priority. Then it's my wife, and then it's the kids. That's a video. That's actually a topic for another video, actually, talking about goals, because I do believe that the couple needs to be happy in order for the family to be happy. But if I'm not happy as a man, and if I'm not pursuing my own goals and dreams, and I'm not happy with the way I work and how I earn a living, and I know that I am living to my full potential, which is something that I will never attain because I always feel that we're selling ourselves short, then that is the best deal that you can probably have in life, okay? To find somebody and that you can share those goals with and say, like, no matter what, you need to allow me to work. And I will always be working in the things that I love to do, whether that's writing a book, doing videos, music, whatever it is, I'm always going to be working. And I need that space. I need to become the best version of myself. I need to show up to myself. And that requires a lot of sacrifice, because if I had a 9 to 5 right now, I wouldn't be able to do these videos. If I had to go out there and get a paycheck and then do this on the side, I wouldn't be performing at my best of my abilities. I will do it if I had to, but I'm pretty sure that I can fend for myself at this stage in my life financially. Anyways, guys, if you are in that stage of life, if you're a pensioner or you're going to retire soon, please drop in the comment section, what is your ideal day as a pensioner? or as someone who wants to retire? I would love to know. Drop it in the comment section. I have met a few of you guys here on the channel, here in person, that you're in that stage of life. You have expressed your dreams and goals. In fact, I have met a few Greek Canadians actually, and I have met some of them who have expressed their dreams and goals to create something, a business, because yeah, their pension is not enough. That's usually the argument, and they want to do something on the side, and they know that the online space is something that cannot be denied anymore. The question is what and how, and most importantly, who, because it's not about how, but it's about who's going to do it. Anyways, guys, I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for all the love and support. I'll see you in another video.